Hello, guys. This is a review of the movie Prey. Keep in mind that I haven't watched another Predator film, at least from start to finish, ever in my life. I mean, no disrespect, they're just not my type of movies. All that shoot, 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 and let's go here and let's go kill it. It's just not really my thing. It's gonna come back and haunt me because I'm sure that what I just described, I have quite a few of those films. But I mean, the whole get together and the planning is what makes it boring for me. If it's action, I love it. But the whole talking and planning it out and what is this and what is that and it's an extraterrestrial, all of that just bores me to death. Having said that, yeah, I mean, just keep that in mind, because when I do reviews, I feel like, especially with series, you grow fond of the first movies, right? So when the terrible ones end up coming out, you kind of defend them. I know I'm like that with Jeepers Creepers, for example, and with a lot of other, well, not a lot, but several other films, because the nostalgia of it or whatever just gets the best of you. So keep that in mind. I am not affected by any other movies. Quite the opposite. I don't really like those movies. This one, however, is amazing. I really, really like Prey so very much. Prey is just an amazing film. It delivered in everything that it set out to do. Let's go ahead and talk about the plot briefly. So, the movie, according to Wikipedia, takes place in 1719 and it follows Naru. Naru is in a tribe. Her position there is as a healer. Women had their duties, men had theirs, and it's something that still to this day people try and battle it and say, women can do everything men can do, and men could be sensitive. All of this is very, very interesting to have a movie like this that displays, the responsibilities of people depending on their sex. But they are confronted with an appearance of this thing from the sky known as a predator. Not They don't know the predator. I know the predator, and we know the predator. Is what I mean. Anyway, I forget what the word is called, but there's like a rites of passage that young men go through in order to become like solid hunters. She wants to be a hunter herself, but she doesn't have the respect. Nobody really, I mean, her brother knows that she's really good. I don't know if it's that he doesn't want to see her get hurt, or he doesn't want her to take his shine. So he kind of downplays what she can do, but at the same time, he supports her and actually gives her the possibility at one point, in order, like I said, to make her name her the hunter, or a hunter, I should say. She has to kill a lion, and she ends up not being able to kill that lion, but she does end up wounding it, which facilitates her brother's hunt. But that's not acknowledged. I have to mention this because it's really important, at least for what I'm going to talk about in the movie. But anyway, let's wrap it up. She finds out that the predator is there and tries to kill him. And in the end, she does. And she's the only one that's able to do it. Lots of people try, lots of people fail. And then she gets the respect that she deserves. Let's talk about the film. Like I said, Naru was really fighting against everyone and everything. I mean, probably the only one that believed in her was her dog. And we could see her like sharpening up the weapons, how she made the string, because obviously you couldn't go to like Home Depot, give me a rope. That's what's interesting. That's what I love. I love when films take you back to different epochs where things played out in such a different way. And I love when they don't make it all National Geographic. And I mean, no shade to National Geographic, it's very entertaining, but I don't want all the facts. I don't want it to be exactly the way that it was before. It's probably going to be very boring. I would watch a documentary if I want to be informed. I would take a class if I want to be informed. I would look for information, solid, real information myself. when I watch these type of films, I want to be entertained. Sure, you could give me info here and there, but I want it to be more about my entertainment, and that's what I love about Prey, is that it doesn't go off rail and then just focus on, we're gonna come up with a plan, guys. I'm gonna go here and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna, no, it's very like, once a predator shows up to their face, they're like, you go there. Okay, me, bam, bam. They don't go like that, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea. And then they go towards the predator, and the predator slashes them in very gruesome, gnarly style. What more can I ask of a movie than that? That's what I came here to watch. I love that they have a female protagonist, yes, because strong women is something that I'm very drawn to. I don't know if you've seen my Xena Warrior Princess reviews, but I love Xena Warrior Princess for that reason, and because the show is just amazing. I'm drawn to that whole idea of strong females. Every time I see a strong woman, I'm thinking of South Park Strong Woman. But anyway, without getting into that, I just really enjoy it. So it was a nice treat to have her. I feel like Naru, well, the actress that plays Naru, is actually very small, so maybe the strength doesn't really match up, but I know that she was a skilled hunter. Back then, it wasn't about weightlifting, it wasn't about look at how much muscles I have, because we all know that it's genetics, you know? If you follow the UFC, Israel Adesanya, for example, he's super skinny, he can knock people out easy. Sean O'Malley, the list goes on. There's a lot of skinny people with a lot of power. So I don't want, like, you don't have to be a huge woman like, I don't know, China, rest in peace. You don't have to be like Nia Jax from current WWE. You don't have to be very big to be believable. And especially with their genetics, I feel like from what I've seen, you don't really see a lot of heavy bodies back then, or extremely muscular. So I liked it. I liked it because let's go into this that I'm just talking about now, right? They're actually, in my opinion, they look like my idea of what the people look like back then. They look to be in a land that I think it looked like. I can't phrase things right now, but it seemed accurate enough for me to enjoy it. And then we're gonna have the nerds coming up and like, no, technically there were no rivers. Or like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is a movie. This is to have fun, and that's once again is what I really truly love about this film. It's very simple, very straightforward. What I'm gonna tell you. It takes us back in time just enough for us to like have flashbacks, they'll be like, but at the same time, it's super entertaining. It's a movie. It kills. It's so fun. And it also develops an attachment between audience and the lead character, which is super important. I don't want Naru to die. I don't think anybody would, unless you're a monster. She's out there trying to prove a point, being also very intelligent, which makes her respect her even more. And we have this villain that has such a huge head start, so much advantage over her, because he has weapons that not even we know what those are in today's times. So that's awesome. When I first heard about this movie, I thought, if all of these like people with guns and automatic weapons, if they can bring them down, how are these people gonna bring them down? But it was a real treat to see how they did it. It's just knowing your land, being skilled, and I think more so than anything, being intelligent and having a point to prove. Some very motivating film. I really liked it. I loved it so much. Honestly, I did, because it's so straightforward and entertaining, and it leaves you like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? And then when it happens, it delivers. I like for films when the protagonist encounters the villain face to face, I want it to be a war. I want there to be cool action scenes and flips and stunts, and I'm gonna throw this, you're gonna catch it, now I'm gonna do this. I like that. I don't like it when the whole entire movie is the protagonist hiding away and then they never see the villain, and then you're probably thinking, no, that's not what you were saying about your favorite movie. I know, but this type of movie, when you see a cover like this, what do you want from it? Action. You want action. You want results. You want people to have some form of physicality to be able to get into their roles and deliver. And that's what they did. Much respect to the actors, everybody involved. Like I said, I haven't watched the other movies, but it actually was kind of got me thinking, like, should I watch them? Because this was just so damn amazing. It was fantastic. I'm not saying that it's perfect, because while I did mention that I like that it wasn't extremely accurate and everything, I would have liked them to not speak English. I don't know. I don't really know, because I love the fact that I was able to understand them without having to read subtitles. But at the same time, it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's that contradiction, you know, but I don't know. All things considered, the movie stands tall. It's a good movie that anybody could enjoy, I think. And there's a lot to discuss, whether it was like the CGI or the ways of hunting that they have, or their traditions, or how beautiful everything looks, how green and full of life. There's just a lot of things to talk about, and I really enjoyed it. I would give it a rating of 10 out of 10 in its category. Strictly in it, not overall, but in its category, 10 out of 10. It deserves it. And if there's going to be another follow-up, I would be really interested in watching it. I know, before I finish this up, I'm really interested in something like Final Destination Medieval Times. That's something that I've read about so much. I know that they're working on a movie. I haven't read too much into what it's going to be about, because I hate spoilers. But hopefully, well, I mean, I don't know. I think I read a little bit about what it's going to be about, and I was pleased. But I love when they take movies that we know and love, and, well, the characters in the movies, and they put them in a completely different time. And it was like, whoa, how did they act back then? And how did the people react to them? For example, in Prey, being 1700s, aren't people like, wow, like they don't even know what a phone is? Imagine all those weapons. But I also, I kind of liked that they weren't too surprised. I mean, they were scared, but they didn't make it about that. Like, what is that walking piece of metal doing? You know, they just weren't like, whoa, there's a walking piece of metal coming at us, let's kill it. If it bleeds, it dies, like the brother said. Yeah. um if there are any future installments with similar premises, I'm definitely interested in checking them out. It was a very, very, very good treat. And that's it for this one. Thank you for watching.